Hey guys, what's going on? It's Waseem here from Hands and Smiles. Thank you for joining me on another video. So today is going to be a bit of a first, a bit of a different video for my channel. It's going to be a first impressions. So after I came home from work today, I got a package of some samples that I bought from the Papillon Perfumery website. So I've never ever smelled anything from Papillon. I've never even watched a review of any of their scents. And I knew about Papillon through a subscriber and someone who I have known through the Facebook groups, and that's called William. So William messaged me on Instagram and we were just talking about fragrances, and he mentioned that he's a massive fan of Papillon, and he's a type of guy who's really into his connoisseur scents. He's into Sultan Pasha others, he's into very high-end niche perfumery, he's also into oud. So he's a guy who I feel has a lot of knowledge, and so I felt I should check out Papillon because he likes them so much. I knew I'd be interested in this house, and there'll be something in these fragrances that I would enjoy. So I got them. I ordered the samples. They've got 5 different fragrances in their collection, and they have a sample service of the whole collection. Pretty cheap. I think it was only about £20 here in the UK. So I'm going to do a first impressions of all of Papillon's fragrances, of the samples. I've never smelt them before, so I'll probably get it completely wrong on how they smell. There is going to be detailed full reviews of these in my channel in the near future, after I've tested them. So maybe sometime next year around March, April time, I'll have my full reviews of these out. But I thought I'd do a quick first impressions because I did ask some people in the community section of my YouTube channel if they would like to see first impressions, and there was quite a few of you that said that you would be interested in some first impressions. So let's get started. The first one I am going to look at is called Tobacco Rose. So let's see what this one smells like. Gonna test on skin. Okay, let the air out a bit. Okay, wow. I'm not good at first impressions, as I like to take my time. So this one is it's light. It's not very heavy. The rose is very bright. There's some sweetness to this scent as well. The rose feels very, very natural. There's just a little bit of warm spices, but the spiciness comes across a little bit like saffron. It has this sweetened, warm spice. Oh, that is very smooth. Very natural smelling, very fresh. It doesn't come across too heavy. I don't detect the tobacco straight away, but it definitely has quite an oriental feel. So I've got the note breakdown here. It's Bulgarian rose, rose de may, oak moss, beeswax, hay, and ambergris. So interestingly, there's the scent itself is called tobacco rose, but it has no tobacco in the note breakdown, which is maybe why I didn't pick any tobacco up. And that very gentle sweetness coming from the scent is from the beeswax, and obviously the rose, the very bright, light, fresh rose that I'm getting is from the Bulgarian rose. Very, very natural smell in this one. I'm going to give them a first impression rating, and for me, on initial smell, Tobacco Rose from Papillon Fragrances is a 4 out of 5. So now moving on to the next one. This is called, I believe it's pronounced Salome. Salome? So I'm not going to read the notes, but I'm gonna smell it first and see what it smells like. So, Salome. God, it's interesting going back to sprays after you've been dabbing yourself with others and dipsticks from others. So, Salome. Oh wow, yeah, this is nice. So initial blast I got was it has this old school sort of feel. It's very juicy. It's quite warm. Very warm and juicy. But it has like an old school sort of feel, but not in a very mature way. It's not like when I say old school, I don't mean like Chorus or Anteos or Givenchy Gentleman, not in that sense. But I feel like this would be a scent that I would typically expect from like old school Chanel or old school Guerlain. Sort of reminds me a little bit of Shalimar by Guerlain. Again, it smells incredibly natural. I'm not sure if Papillon Perfumery actually uses natural ingredients in their compositions, such as like Erich Ledori uses in his compositions. He creates spray perfumes of totally natural ingredients. I'm not too sure regarding Papillon if they actually do that. The perfumer behind this house is Liz Moore. Maybe there's some iris in this. I'm not 100% sure. I must be getting this totally wrong. Maybe some tuberose. But this one smells very warm, very sweet. Not too sweet. Has like a woody sweetness to it. Very gentle, powdery iris type. And it smells very old school. Maybe there's some jasmine in this and tuberose. Okay, so what's the notes of this one? Okay, there is jasmine, there's Turkish rose, African stone, carnation, and some musks. This just smells very high class, very elegant. I would imagine a woman wearing this with a white dress. Even so, I would wear this myself, so I don't consider it to be too feminine. There is Turkish rose in this, but it doesn't really scream off your skin. Mostly what I get is the jasmine. Again, very beautiful scent. That's Salome or Shalom. I believe it's pronounced Salome by Papillon. I think overall rating for this one, again, I would give it a 4 out of 5 on first impressions, but I do need to do a full review and a full testing. The next one is called Dryad. So let's check out Dryad. So test it here. Okay, I can smell that straight away. There's some greenness in this one. There's like a cooling sort of feel. Maybe there's some mint in this one. Very quite fresh, but has an element of darkness to it. Initially it had a blast of greenness, but there's not much greenness anymore. It's very cool. It has like a cool sort of feel. Maybe it's eucalyptus. I'm not 200% sure. I haven't read the notes just yet. It's a very cooling feel. Dryad. So what's the notes of Dryad? So there is Narcissus, Oak Moss, Galbanum, Costus, Jonquil, and Cedrat. I have no idea what any of those notes are. I have smelled galbanum before and oak moss in other fragrances, but the other notes I'm not too sure. It's a little bit juicy as well. It has a very cool juiciness, but in the opening I did get a touch of greenness. Definitely need to try this one again, but again for full review. It's very nice by the way. It sort of very subtly reminds me of the Dreamer by Versace, just in the fact that it has like a cooling sort of slightly cooling sort of feel. It's slightly got a wetness to it as well. But I definitely need to do a full review of this one. So Dryad for me, on initial impressions, gets a 3.5 out of 5. The next one I'm going to try is called Angelique. Unfortunately, I didn't receive a card for this one. The perfumer Liz Moore did actually personally email me afterwards saying, I've run out of cards, but if you do want them, let me know and I'll ship them out. But it's alright, I don't really need the cards. I'm going to read the notes from Fragrantica for this one, for the review. Don't need the cards, it's just going to waste valuable resources, so there's no need. So Angelique by Papillon, let's see what this one smells like. Okay, this one definitely leans a little bit more feminine. It has a very smooth, slightly sweet, slightly buttery sort of florals. There's some freshness to it. A lot of florals, which are quite fresh. They're not super dark. It doesn't smell like a flower bouquet, by the way. Fresh, a little bit powdery. Quite pleasant. Has freshness, a little bit of brightness. I can imagine a woman wearing this. This would be suited as an office wear, maybe as a signature scent. Would I personally wear this? Maybe not. There is a cleanness to this scent as well. So Angelique, what's the notes of this one? Okay, so Angelique, you're going to get notes of mimosa petals, orris, champaca, osmanthus, cedar and olibanum. Getting a touch of juiciness, but overall I'm getting a lot of florals. At the moment, on initial impressions, this one leans a little bit feminine for me. On first impressions, this one gets a 3 out of 5. So the last one I'm going to test from the house of Papillon is called Anubis. So let's try this one out. Do I have any free? Okay, let's try it on this wrist. Oh, this is why I prefer others. Okay, there you go. Anubis from the house of Papillon. This is definitely heavier than the other ones that I've tried. I get some woods. Very resinous. It's giving me slight medicinal feel. So it's warm, slightly medicinal, very woody but not in a dry sense. Woody in terms of quite a smooth, I wouldn't say resinous, smooth, warm woods, a touch medicinal. Again, it smells very high quality. The ingredients smell incredibly high quality. very natural as well, but not as natural as the other scents that I was smelling. So smooth, resinous, slightly medicinal woods. Very warm, very cozy. This would be a perfect scent for the winter. Let's check out what the notes are for Anubis by Papillon. So you're going to get notes of suede, jasmine, pink lotus, immortelle, olibanum, myrrh and saffron. Yeah, there is a backbone of warm spice, which must be coming from the saffron. I was totally wrong about the woods. But it does have a warmth to the scent, as I was mentioning. There's a medicinal feel, but I'm not too sure what that's coming from. But I definitely need to try this one out for a full review. Anubis from Papillon gets, on first impressions, a score of 4 out of 5. So yeah, those are all the first impressions from the House of Papillon. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't, then let me know. I won't do these again. But if you have, then let me know as well. Until next time, my friends. See you later.